Good morning, and this will be, of course, one of the last classes before the holidays, the puja holidays. And yeah, you know that we have completed the chapter last time, and you must have understood, very simple, very interesting, at times very funny also. And we will start with the comprehension on page 123. So, you know, like you can see the first one, read and answer. So, I'm going to not do that at the moment because it will be very difficult, as you cannot ask me questions and I cannot discuss it nicely with you all. Have you understood? So, we will not do that part. But come down to reference to context. Of course, reference to we will do now, we will not do that. I'm writing on the board. We will start with reference to the context. Have you understood? We will do this. Now, the first one is, "Oh, what for?" says he. "I don't have any fun at home. I hate school. I like camping. You won't take me home. Snake Eye, will you?" Well, children, this sentence sounds as if you all are saying it, especially that I don't have any fun at home. I hate school. But now, children, you must be dying to come back to school, and then you must be having a lot of fun, especially when your parents are scolding you for being home all the time and not studying, not listening to them. So now you must be dying to come back to school. Well, who is the speaker in this line? Now, I've already told you the story, so who is the speaker? Can you tell me? Well, the speaker is the little boy who had been kidnapped by Bill and Sam. The whole story, the ransom of Red Chief, revolves around this little boy, and he had called himself Red Chief. What do these lines say about the speaker? What do you think? Why do you think he feels like this? Well, what these lines tell you about the speaker is that he seems to be enjoying himself. He is not scared, and it seems he hasn't been out. Like, he seems the type of boy who was kept at home, not allowed to do what he wanted, and he didn't seem in a hurry to go home. I feel he feels like this, as I think he never went anywhere, and that's why he did not want to go back, because here where he was doing whatever he wanted. Who is Snake Eye? Snake Eye, I don't know how many of you have seen a snake, but who is Snake Eye? Why is he called by this name? Well, Snake Eye is one of the two kidnappers. One is Sam and one is Bill. So Snake Eye, he must be having eyes like snake, and since this boy thought he was Red Chief, he named him Snake Eye. And I feel he was acting as if he was some big chief, and maybe Sam's eyes were like a snake, so he called him Snake Eye. You know, when you read these stories and all, you have different names for different people, so he must have kept that. Have you understood? Now turn the page to 124. That question number 3. "Ain't it awful, Sam? No one will pay money to get a little imp like that back. His parents will," said I. Now, this is a conversation between Sam and Bill. They were the ones who were asking for ransom money for the boy they had kidnapped. Who is the speaker in the first dialogue? Now, the speaker is Bill. In the first, here we have Bill. Who is that little imp? Imp means somebody very naughty. The little imp is the boy who has been kidnapped for a ransom. Now, he is a small boy, and he was the son of a prominent and rich citizen named Ebenezer Dorset. That's why he had been kidnapped. These people needed money, and so they kidnapped him so that they would get money in return. What is ironical about this situation? You know, what is ironical? No, sorry. Who is the little imp? I told you who he was. He was the boy who had been kidnapped for a ransom, the son of a prominent citizen named Ebenezer Dorset. Is Sam correct in thinking that the parents will pay to get the little imp back? Well, actually, from Sam's point of view, since the boy was someone's son, they would naturally want him, of course, yeah. If you were kidnapped and all, and your parents got a letter saying, we will keep your son if you don't give the money back. So quite obvious, no? They will try to get their son back and give the money, and they will want their son at any cost. That's what he was saying. He was saying that, of course, the parents will want the son back because nobody likes to lose their son or the son be taken away by somebody. Have you understood that much? Okay. Now we come to the question number 4. You pay me $250 in cash and I agree to take Johnny off your hands. Now there's somebody who's saying you pay me $250 in cash and I agree to take Johnny off your hands. Now who is speaking this line? Can you believe it? These lines are spoken by the boy's father, who is supposed to pay these two people the ransom. Now what is ironical about this situation? Now one thing, children, I would like to discuss a bit about what ironical is. A very simple day-to-day situation. You know what is happening now. Like, yesterday I was telling Ma'am Roshni, so ironical that, we did not want the children to use mobile phones, and now we are the ones who are telling them to use their mobile phones so that they can, hear us and learn through this. Now, isn't that ironical? One moment you are telling them, don't use phones, have nothing to do with phones. But now we tell them, please use your phones because you have to learn through your phones because of this online teaching. So imagine, now what was ironical here in the situation was that here the boy was, they were asking the father to pay money for the boy. But here instead, the father is telling the kidnappers that you pay me $250 and then I will take back my son. Can you believe it? Instead of the kidnappers asking for money, the father of the kidnapped boy was asking them for money. That's what. Have you understood? That was the ironical situation they had come to. What do Sam and Bill decide to do after reading this? Now, well, what do Sam and Bill do? Quite obvious, Sam and Bill were so fed up of having this boy with them. He had made their life miserable, literally miserable. And what do? Instead of asking that father for the money, they decided to give him the money and give the child back to the father. Now, isn't that funny? They had kidnapped the child so that they could make some money. But here, instead of getting money from the father, here they had to give money to the father to get rid of the child. Have you understood? Very simple. This is a reference to context. Let's go and go to reflect and answer. Have you understood? We'll go to reflect and answer. Is the story, number 6, can you see number 6? Is the story humorous? What makes you say so? Matlab, do you find the story funny? Is it funny? What makes you say so? According to me, I'll say what I feel. I feel it was really funny because you go out of your way, you plan to do something, kidnap, take away this. What risk also to take this boy and then ask the father for money. But the boy, he makes their life terrible within nearly 2 days, not in full 2 days. Matlab, he really makes their life horrible, so that instead of asking the father for money to take him back, they are giving the father money to get rid of the child. So it is in a way humorous. Have you understood? But you can write what you feel is funny. Now, of course, there's another one, question 7. Have you read any other stories or watched movies which had kidnappers? What kind of people are kidnappers usually shown as? Were Sam and Bill different? Now, number 7, you'll have to answer yourselves. You must have seen movies, you must have read stories where there are people who kidnap children. Of course, some are very dangerous because they kill the children. They're very, very dangerous because sometimes they take the money. Like in movies, you must have seen, or in TV shows and all you have seen, they take away the children, but they don't give them back, even if the parents or whoever has given money. But here, Bill and Sam were very different. They treated the kid really well. The kid was enjoying. Imagine a kid getting kidnapped and he doesn't want to go back to his parents. But here, they treat him so well that the kid didn't want to go back, and upon that they had to give the father money to get the child back to him. Have you understood? I stood by you in earthquakes, fire and flood, in card games, dynamite outrage, police raids, train robberies and cyclone. I've never lost my nerve yet till we kidnapped that kid. You won't leave me long with him, will you? Here it shows how desperate Bill is. Then, it's written over, what do these lines tell us about Sam and Bill's friendship? Now, they've been through such bad times, like he says. They've been through fire, flood, earthquakes. That is just a saying, he's been through, both of them have been through terrible times. Like they have been through so much. But Bill asked Sam that at this moment, they found it was the worst time of their lives when they kidnapped the kid. And they said, he said, you won't leave me long with him. He was so desperate to be with the kid, he didn't like it. So, he asked Sam that would he leave him alone with the kid, or would he run away? Have you understood? Now, these are very basic questions which you have to answer by yourselves. And so I've discussed these questions with you. Now, with the puja holidays coming, I don't want you to trouble your parents too much. I know as it is, they must be so troubled mentally, physically, and with the schools being closed and you not studying. Some of you are not studying at all, I feel, because I don't get any feedback from you. Honestly, I think you should be a little more serious about your work. It's puja time, children. Many people come out on the streets and all. I want you to be careful. Please, I know there are a lot of puja pandals and all. Please don't go in a crowd. Keep a safe distance and listen to your parents, because the pandemic is still going on. It has not finished. So whatever it is, during these holidays, I would like you to open to page 148, The Elephant and the Tragopan. It is a very interesting poem. That would be my next lesson after the holidays. So I would like you to go over page 148 and please read it. Read it and find the meanings if you can. Have you understood? Not if you can, I think you should, because you're not going to go out from morning to evening during the pujas. Stay at home, help your parents, and have a safe puja. Please don't get sick. Have you understood? Yes, children? Okay. Bye-bye. Happy pujas to you and your family. Thank you.